Hello, guys. Welcome to Sam. I'm your host, Sam. We are back again with another one. I have an exciting new topic to talk about, and it's something that maybe could build up to something big, but just for this week, I just said to give you something, and this is what I'm gonna be talking about. It's not gonna be really that big here, really. It's gonna be a small podcast where we just talk about the important things. So, do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe if you're watching to Sam, and also check it out. We have a Spotify account, it's called Sam. Just go check it out. We are putting out some content, people. It's exciting. All the topics that I've been covering the past 2 weeks or even 3 weeks, go check them out. They're there as well on Spotify. And if you want to watch us on some short clips and what, go check it out us on our TikTok page. Also, we have a Facebook page where we give some interesting advices and stuff, so go check it out as well as an X, or should I call it Twitter. So just go check it out. So there is an interesting post that I saw today, which I just thought maybe I could read out to you people. It has just motivated me and maybe just gave me, the strength to come here and just talk about some few things that can help you in a lot of things that you do. So I need you to pay attention to what I'm gonna be reading to you. So this was what the post was saying. They say your first workout will be bad, your first podcast will be bad, your first speech will be bad, your first video will be bad, your first anything will be bad, but you can't make your 100 without making your first. So put your ego aside and start. This was something that was posted. I'm not really sure by who, but it's on a billboard. It has been put on a billboard. I'm not really sure in which country it is. I'll show you. But this message has been put on a billboard where somebody is telling you that anything that you're going to start in life, anything that you're going to try to do will never be perfect. Nobody, Rome was never built in one day. Everything that you do in life requires a next step. But the problem is that you can never have a next step without having the first step. For a child to start walking, the child has to learn to crawl. But also before learning to crawl, after learning to crawl, the child has to, no, I think I ran. For a child to start walking, a child has to first learn to sit up, to be able to balance with the back and sit up straight. After that, the child has to be comfortable with crawling, just moving around and moving around. Then from then, the child has to practice the skill of standing up for themselves. Standing up, it doesn't matter where, just standing up. Sometimes you stand up, you fall, you stand up, you fall. But as much as they keep practicing that, they end up standing. But also, after now learning to stand, there's the next balance that is needed for a child to go to the next level, which is the walking stage. So, the first step has never been the easiest. A child can stand for about even an hour just standing, then go down and start crawling again, because that's, the default settings. But if the child wants to elevate or to upgrade to the level that, or maybe the people around him are doing, or the people around them, they can see that they're doing, they have to try to move. And the only way to keep up with the rest of the world, it requires a first step. So for a child to start moving, he takes the first step. And then 90% of the time after that first step, the child goes back down, loses the balance of even standing, goes down to the floor. But I've never seen a child who's learning to walk stop because they've fallen down. They stand up and start moving and start moving, and next thing you see, they are running around and you cannot even stop them. It's an exciting thing that you see in life, that people see at a daily basis, not really daily basis, but every single time when you have a blessing of a child, or maybe you are seeing there. It's always exciting to see how children go through those different steps of life to become who they become, so that they can actually catch up with all of us who are moving around in this fast-paced world. They also have to learn to sit up. They also have to learn to crawl. They have to learn to stand up, and they have to learn to take the first step, and from the first step they have to learn to run. This has been something that has been happening every single time, everywhere we are. But somehow the funny part about this, nobody has ever actually taken time and actually say, oh, there could be a lesson for me out there. This child was not able to walk, but look what he's doing now, because he never gave up. The problem with us as the world is that anything that we try to start in life, we always have a time limit. If I don't do it in 2 hours, I'm giving up. If I cannot do it, then I'm not going to do it. So, I love more of the post that I was reading, especially the last word. He said that, especially the last 3 words, especially. He said that, but you can't make your 100 without making your first. You can't make your 100th step in life without making your first step. And listen to this. So put your ego aside. Put your ego aside. Take away this whole I've made it attitude out of yourself and put it aside and start moving. Because if you don't start moving, you'll be stuck at the same level that I kept seeing you every day, and you'll be stuck at the same level that the rest of the world sees you. So you need to be a person who's willing to take the next step. You need to be a person who's willing to take anything that they need to. If they believe in something, you're going to be willing to take the first step for that. Because the only way you make it in life is by taking the first step. And the only way you take the first step is by believing that, is by putting away the fear, the egos aside, and try it. Because if you cannot move, you will never make it. So, the child's 100th step could be running, but he can never reach the point of running without learning how to move. So, what exactly are the things that are holding you back from actually doing something that you want to do in life? What is stopping you from taking the first step that will take you to a level that you believe you deserve to be? And what are you going to do about it? Those are my questions for you. Because I think I'm going to go more in depth with this. But I want to understand, what exactly are you going to do? Because what you're doing right now, whenever you're doing something that is going to move you or that is going to make your future exciting, it's never about how exciting it is to take the first step. It's never about how exciting it is to see ourselves moving. It's always about the exciting of the progression. Learning how to move on, learning how to trust in the movements you do, learning how to perfect your craft if you are doing anything. It's all about that. And sometimes it starts with a little bit of, some bad stuff where you feel embarrassed. Everyone is always embarrassed. But it's all those who never gives up and continues moving that actually enjoy the excitement of this life we live in. So guys, there is a lot of things I'm going to tell you about when it comes to never giving up. I want to know if you are excited over the journey. This was just an opener, trying to tell you that your first step in anything doesn't have to be that good. In fact, if it's not that bad, then I'm actually worried for you. Make your worst, then allow yourself to learn and improve to produce your best. Every single person who has made in life had to go through steps which challenge the faith, which challenges so many principles in them, but always move them ahead. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have learned something. I'm hoping that you see that there is a brighter future ahead of you. It requires you to take your first step, because if you don't, I'm going to be seeing you in many years. So click the like button, subscribe to Connect. I'm your host, Sam. Subscribe to Sam, and I'm your host, Sam. And if you are watching it on, TikTok or wherever you're watching from, just like the best way you can. And there are links, click them. Come and join us on our YouTube, where we put the long content and the exciting content. So I'm out. Thank you very much for watching. Next time we meet on another one. We go. Peace. I believe this world is set up perfectly for you. You just have to find the right way to achieve the best, or to discover who the best you is. Thank you very much for watching. I'm out. Peace.